So you can tweet us at Junks Radio or give us a call. What brought you the most joy last night? I said for me it was when Bradley Beal hit that. John Wall, look, it was a 2-point game, 38 seconds left. And Scott Brooks, if you were paying attention, he was going nuts. Like I think it was a set play. And it looked like John Wall was just kind of, using the majority of the clock, and then you saw Bradley Beal kind of come off the pick and then just wide open, and he wasn't shooting particularly well in the game, although he had a huge fourth quarter, and he just knocked it down. Buckhands goes nuts with the dagger call. The crowd goes nuts.
But it pales in comparison to pretty much every goal the Caps had. For me, the save by Tom Wilson, the 3-minute stretch, I would say, is the highlight for me. The 3-minute stretch Tom Wilson had with the diving save, and then 13 seconds later the goal, and then presumably his very next shift he scores again because it was like assuming that was his next shift.
You could take any of those 3 plays. It was the highlight.
Yeah. All right, let's
probably the goal that made it 4-1. Because his second one made it 4-1, I think.
Right. Just some unbelievable in that game, though, by the way. Oh, my God. Was it the Oshie goal there that they had, that fifth one there where Burakovsky had? Is that where he had the ball and turned it, or had the puck, and he turned it over, and then he got it right back, and then Oshie buried it?
Yes. That was a crazy sequence.
That was a crazy sequence.
Yeah, it was.
And the fact that they were able to hold off the 5-on-3, like they did to start that third period.
I mean, let's be honest. This has been a great hockey series.
Great series.
It really has been.
I mean, we could be critical of the Caps for not running away with it because they're the 1 seed. Bottom line, it's an unbelievable series.
It really is. And look, it's not over. We're happy today because the Caps won the game, but it's not over because excuse me, they're going back to Toronto.
I was talking to a kid.
But it's good that they're going back to Verizon and Tide.
A kid that's a classmate of my son's. And he's a huge diehard Caps fan. Bright kid, too. Kid probably got like a 5.0 or something, right? Huge Caps fan. And he was so confident last night. Just so confident that they were going to be fine. And, they're going to win last night and that they're going to right the ship. I didn't say that they were just going to take off, but he felt very confident.
Look, we took calls yesterday. A lot of people thought that way.
Yeah. All right.
I can't wait for Mo to call.
Right. Let's go to Holden in Annapolis. Holden, what's up?
Hey guys, thanks for taking my call. I want to talk about the Wizards real quick. I was really impressed with John Wall. I do not see him as, he's the second best player in the East, but I do not see him as a back-to-back 30-point-a-game scorer. And I don't know, he just turned it on last night. Him and Beal. I think John Wall shot almost 6%. Beal and Markieff Morris and Otto Porter didn't do much.
They were in foul trouble, so they overcame that foul trouble. Keefe and Otto both picked up their 4th fouls early in the third quarter.
You didn't think John Wall was a back-to-back 30 guy until last night?
No, it's not that. He's the second best player in the East behind LeBron. But it's not something that I expect, I expect him to put up the assist. And maybe like 20. I don't expect him to put up and just like he does back-to-back. I
kind of hear what you're saying, and I didn't think that necessarily 3 years ago. But these kind of performances I'm getting used to and starting to expect, particularly in crunch time.
And, he was 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. That's not his strength. So he only took 2 threes, but he knocked them down. And one was about 3 or 4 feet beyond the arc.
So smart.
He was hitting that pull-up jumper yesterday.
Get to the line 15 times.
He's controlling the game when he's on the court.
I'll say it again. He's the heart and soul of DC sports. Nobody epitomizes it better, in my mind, than John Wall. And I'm loving the Cap series more than I am the Wiz.
Ovi's close. Ovi's close.
He is, but
especially when he's scoring in these big games.
And the crowd responds to him.
Yeah.
But
basketball's more popular.
Basketball's bigger, but also just the way John talks just the way he pounds his chest. You know what I mean? Just the moxie.
He's got the fire. He's a lion.
You see it like with Ovi. You see it when he scores, but you see it throughout the game with John Wall.
True, but it's a different environment with hockey because you're only on the ice for between 30, 45 seconds, whatever.
I'm not trying to disrespect Ovi.
Yeah. I'm just saying Ovi's close. I'd probably give it to Wall too, but Ovi's close.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Brendan in Waldorf. Brendan, what's up?
Hey, Junks, how are you guys?
We're doing great.
Hey, first-time caller. I just want to say you guys are awesome. I've listened to you for years.
Thanks, buddy.
And I also wanted to just talk about the Caps game last night.
By the way, what took you so long to call if you listened for years?
Scared.
Well, I've actually called a few times, and I haven't really been able to get through. You know, it's hard, and I work early. I drive all the way to Reston every morning, so I try to get in, get the call in during my drive. But
you're excused.
All right.
I don't think the game was as close as we got a scare for sure. But I think the first two periods were extremely dominant by the Caps. The best two periods we've played, I think, this whole series. And I think that that goal that was called off for clear goalie interference. It would have been a very different game had we went up 5-2. I think we buckled down really well, getting that lead. And those two penalties with 6 seconds to go in the second period really killed us. And I really thought that the rest would try and even it out a little bit. You know, we had our first power play early and scored on it by Ovi, and they got 4 in a row just like that. You know, 3 of them were pretty much, you could not call them, but that Lars Eller freezing the puck penalty, which you never see called, really hurt us, I think. And I think that's what started them in the third period. You know, they started with like 8 shots to 1 right off the bat in the third period, so they really got the momentum there.